Hello, friends. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about informational writing. That's what we're going to move to next as we work on some nonfiction writing. So, informational writing is writing that is factual, it gives facts about things. And each of you, are going to get to select an animal to study and to research. And you get to become a research detective and learn all kinds of things about the animal that you pick. So, before we get too far into it, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about informational writing and what that looks like. We've looked at a lot of it this year, and we talked a lot about nonfiction text features. Nonfiction text features really are key to helping us read nonfiction books. So, nonfiction books or informational books have things like, at the beginning, they have what we know is called a table of contents. A table of contents helps us locate information about our animal. Okay, so in the front of this book about meerkats, there is a table of contents, so it can help us find information that we're looking for. I have a couple of other examples for you. This book is about skunks, about striped skunks. And in the front, here's another example of a table of contents. Really important text feature. Show you one more. This is another book about meerkats, a different informational text. And here is the table of contents. Now, another feature that you guys are going to see in informational text, something really, really important, are headings. Remember, we say headings come at the top of the page, just like our head is at the top of our body, and they are like, yo, 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 Rita, this is what the page is gonna be about. So when I look at this page about meerkats, it says at the top, the heading over here says on the menu. So this lets me know what I'm going to read about on this page. Am I going to read about a meerkat's habitat or where they live on these pages? No, we're going to be learning about what they eat because the heading tells us on the menu, right? And if you look close, that's exactly what it's going to tell us about, what they like to eat. Okay? So headings are another really, really important feature in informational writing or nonfiction texts. Something else that we're going to find are diagrams. This is a diagram of a skunk. So it's a picture with labeled parts. And we saw these in a lot of the nonfiction books that we took a look at this year. So there's one example. In the meerkat book, there's another one. I'll show you that one. This says meerkat body map, but it's the same thing as a diagram. Okay? So it's a picture and the parts are labeled. So on this one, it has like eye, ear, nose, fur, tail, foot, and claws. Okay? So we're going to find diagrams. We're also going to find a glossary. We usually find these in the back of our books, and a glossary tells us important words that are about the subject or the topic that the book is written about. So in this glossary, we have words that are important to know about meerkats because this book is all about meerkats. In the back of our striped skunk book, this glossary is about words that are important for skunks. Things like nocturnal, because skunks are active at night and they sleep during the day. Things like defenses, ways of keeping animals safe. And you guys know already, you have schema for what kind of a defense skunks use to protect themselves. And it's really stinky. You're also going to see in informational writing, sometimes we find maps. This one says in the wild, and it shows us where skunks are found in the wild. Another thing you're going to find in an informational text are captions. And we always say, to kind of help us remember, is that a caption is like a little cap or a hat for a picture. And it just gives us a little bit of information about the picture. So here on this page, you can see where my finger is. Oops, over this way. This is the caption on this page. And it says, "A female feeds young meerkats." Tells us a little bit of information about the picture. These books are full of facts because they're informational. They're giving us information on a topic. Another thing that you're going to find in nonfiction texts are bold words. For example, on these 2 pages, can you see the bold words, the words that stick out? One of the words is predators, and another word is burrows. Those words are bold on purpose so that the reader knows those are really, really important words. It also means that we can find those words in our glossary. So let's take a peek in our glossary and see if we can find predators and burrows. So if we look here in our glossary, we're going to see the first word is burrow. And if we look down, here we're going to see the word predator. So those bold words are important vocabulary about a meerkat, and they're also found in our glossary. Other important features are real photos or pictures of the animal. This book is filled with really cool close-up pictures of meerkats. This book is full of pictures of skunks, real photos of them, because this is informational. It's telling us facts. It's true. This is something really cool that sometimes we find in nonfiction texts. This is a comparison. It shows us an average human and then the size of a skunk. This is something we're really familiar with. We know how big humans are. And then this kind of lets us see, oh, well, this is about how big a skunk is compared to a human. So sometimes you're going to find comparisons, pictures that show you about how big something is, which is a pretty cool feature, especially if you had never seen a skunk before. We also have an index. Now, we talked a lot this year about how an index is kind of like a really detailed table of contents. The index comes at the back of the book, and it gives us key words to search for so we can locate information. For example, if I wanted to know what a skunk eats, I might look for the word food or diet. So let's look here. Oh, they have the word eat. That'd be another good one. So it tells me to look on pages 14 and 19. If I look down a little bit, there's the word food, and it tells me the pages where I can read about a skunk's food. So an index is another important feature in nonfiction texts. So today, we've talked about what informational writing is. It is writing that tells facts, true information. It has a table of contents, it has headings, it has captions, it has real photos. They have a glossary at the back that tells important words about the topic you're reading. They contain bold words, words that stand out to the reader, so you know that that's a really important word. They have maps, they have compare charts, they have really, really cool features that help us to understand and navigate through the text. So that's the direction we're heading in. And each of you are going to get to write some of your own informational writing. So be thinking about what animal that you'd like to study, and you're going to get to write some pieces and parts of a nonfiction text and add some of these text features in that I just talked about. Okay? So be thinking about what animal you want to study, and I will see you soon.